I've gone the last 5 years without wearing a golf glove. I never liked how they felt. I never felt like the sizing was right. And I never felt like I could get that good of interaction with my golf grips when I was wearing a glove. But here's the thing. I recently realized there are a lot of advantages to having a glove on your hand that I wasn't fully considering. So today we're going over the pros and cons of wearing a golf glove so that you can decide if a glove is right for you. And stay tuned till the end because I'm going to reveal to you the glove that made me want to start putting a coat on that lead hand again. First up, we got less slippage. That glove just grips the club better than a bare hand ever could. Bare hand, easy to rotate, pretty slippery. Gloved hand, now slipping. Pro number one, no slippage. All right, pro number two to wearing a glove is grip protection. This is after about 6 months of use without a glove. It's just getting worn down pretty good. Your bare hand gets all this sweat on it and you have all these oils on your hand. And by gripping that club with your bare hand with the sweat and oils, it's really gonna degrade the grip a lot faster. So if you don't want to replace your grips very often, it's important to wear a glove. That's gonna keep these grips in a lot better shape for a lot longer. That's number two. Let's move on to pro number three. Pro number three to wearing a golf glove is your grip position. If you're wearing a glove that fits properly, it kind of helps you mold your hand into exactly where you want it to be. So having a good, consistent grip position is the most basic fundamental of the golf swing that you have to have nailed down. The golf glove is going to help you make a more repeatable grip so that you can trust that grip and know that you're doing the same thing every time. If you want to learn more about having a good grip, we got a video right here that can teach you about it. Okay, that's pro number three. Let's move on to the next pro. This is the last pro I want to go over about wearing a golf glove, and it's all about pre-shot routine. You want your pre-shot routine, just like your grip, you want it to be the exact same thing every time you step up to the ball. Putting on a golf glove can be a great way to initiate that routine. So for me, I'm going to step here, and while I'm looking at my ball, while I'm looking at my target, I'm putting my glove on. Get it exactly how I got it. Once I got the glove on, I grip the club, look at my target, look at my ball, find a spot about a foot in front of the ball to aim at. I walk out to my ball. Now I'm staring at that aiming target a foot in front of my ball, and I don't even need to worry about what else is out there. That's number four. That's the last pro. Now we're going to go over the cons of wearing a glove and the exact reasons why I didn't wear a glove for 5 years. Let's go. Con number one, and the biggest reason that I wasn't wearing a golf glove, was sweat. I'm a sweaty person. I sweat a lot. And when I wore golf gloves, they made my hands sweat so much. I couldn't stand it. It drove me crazy. I felt like I was losing any grip potential I had because of the sweat in my glove. So I said, no, thank you. Con number two was sizing. Every glove I looked at, I could not find a glove that fit right. Every single glove would be either like pretty good length in the fingers and way too spacious and bulky in my hand, or it would be way too short in the fingers and fit around the hand okay, but it felt like I had carpal tunnel or something. Or a lot of them, the wrist strap would go all the way across the Velcro like this. So that's con number two, is I couldn't find a glove that I liked how it fit. Let's move on to number three. Number three is something I call middleman syndrome, but it always felt like adding an extra element would decrease the amount of feel and feedback I was getting from the golf club. So I didn't like the idea of adding something in there when I felt like my bare hand could do a better job of telling me what I did wrong, how the shot felt. That was number three. Let's go to number four. Number four was about the money. A lot of the gloves I've used, a lot of the gloves I tried, wore out really quickly, and then they were no use to me. So that was a frustrating thing. Keep buying these gloves, keep having to replace them. So the money, that was a big deal for me. That was number four. Let's move on to the last con, and then we'll talk about the glove I found that takes care of all these cons. Finally, con number five, I use an interlocking grip. So an interlocking grip, I'm sure you know, but it's when your pinky of your trail hand comes under the index finger of your lead hand. And when I do that, sometimes it hurts my pinky a little bit. It makes things feel a little bit tight. So the glove adds a little bit of extra bulk, makes it even worse. Makes it so I'm cramping that pinky even harder, and I just didn't like the feel of that. So those are my 5 concerns. Those are the 5 cons. Those are the 5 reasons that for the past 5 years, I have not worn a golf glove. Now, recently discovered this brand called Skive Golf, and that changed everything for me. So this is the Skive Golf glove. Let's bring up those 5 cons again. 5 things I hate about golf gloves right here. Okay, number 1, sweaty hands. This is a buttery, soft, premium Cabretta leather. For whatever reason, I didn't think there was a glove that existed that I wouldn't sweat in, but I'm out here in 90-degree weather right now, not sweating. Totally fine. It's breathable, you know, it's got the nice little holes in the fingers, which most gloves have that, but it's just not enough. For me, the material they're using, the holes in the glove, it works. My hand feels great, no sweat. Look at this, dry as can be, and I've been wearing that for like 20 minutes while I filmed this. It's the real deal. So that takes care of the sweat problem with golf gloves. Next up, we were looking at sizing, okay? Sizing with Skive is awesome because this is a size medium/large. So it's right between medium and large. You can see my Velcro, fully covered, got good clasp. I don't have to worry about that breaking off. My palm, everything just feels nice and snug, but not overly tight. Feels like it's gonna guide my grip a little like we were talking about earlier. And the fingertips, they're not too short, they're not too long. They're just exactly how I want them to be. And I don't know if you can see between there, but like the webbing of my finger is right where it needs to be. Everything is just, it fits my hand perfectly. And because they have more size options than a lot of brands, there's a higher possibility that you'll find the size that fits your hand just right. All right, so that takes care of the sizing problem. Next up, we had middleman syndrome, where I don't like having something between my hand and the club. I felt like I could have a more pure interaction with the club without a glove. Well, the sizing problem being fixed actually fixed the middleman problem as well, because now that I have a glove that fits properly, I can feel the club better than I ever have before. I feel like I've got that interaction I want with the club. I've got the feedback I want. When I mishit it, I instantly know, was that toey? Was that heel? Was that low? Was that high? So I can use the light grip that I like to have without worrying about the club flying out of my hands. And I still get that feedback. I still get that club interaction. It's because the glove fits properly. All right, so that takes care of number 3, middleman syndrome. Let's see, what was number 4 here? Money. Well, think about this. Yeah, you're gonna have to replace these gloves every once in a while, but the Cabretta leather lasts longer than a lot of other gloves do. But like we talked about earlier, if you don't have a glove, you're going through grips a lot faster. So by having a glove, you're gonna be able to keep your grips for a lot longer. So that takes care of the money issue. Bam, 4 down, 1 to go. Skive does it all. What was the last one here? Yes, bulk. And that's just another great thing about this glove is they're very minimalist. They're not overly thick. They're not overly bulky. I actually prefer this now because it helps me lock my pinky into place without squishing it harder. It's just, this leather feels so good. It's like a warm bath for your hand on a winter's day. That's a terrible analogy. So as you can see, most of the reasons I hated wearing a glove were solved by having a proper fitting glove. And that's exactly what Skive got me. I've got a link for it in the description you can check out. This beautiful glove is my favorite golf glove I've ever used. I'll never use a different one. I would never trust any other glove to touch my shaft with. Hit them straight. We'll see you next time.